Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of superpowers and what physics has to say about them. We've all dreamt of soaring through the sky or becoming invisible, but could any of these extraordinary abilities actually be possible? From flight to invisibility, let's explore if we could actually develop these incredible abilities. Join me as we unravel the science behind superpowers and discover how close we are to making the impossible possible. What is it about flight that captures our imaginations? Is it the freedom of soaring above the earth, unbound by gravity's pull? Or maybe it's the perspective it offers, a chance to see the world from a whole new angle. Whatever it is, humans have been dreaming of flight for centuries. Now, when we think of human flight, our minds often jump to superhero comics, right? Superman with his effortless flight, defying gravity like it was nothing. But here in the real world, achieving flight is a bit more complicated. It's all about understanding and manipulating the forces of physics, particularly those of aerodynamics. Aerodynamics is essentially the study of how air moves around objects. When an object, like a plane or a bird, moves through the air, it creates a complex dance of pressure and flow. The key to flight is generating enough lift and upward force to overcome the downward pull of gravity. Birds do this instinctively with their wings, adjusting their shape and angle to create lift. For humans, achieving sustained, unassisted flight like our feathered friends is, well, pretty much impossible with our current biology. We simply haven't evolved the necessary wingspan, muscle structure, or lightweight bone structure. But don't despair. That doesn't mean we've given up on our dreams of flight. Over the years, we've developed some pretty incredible technologies that allow us to, at least temporarily, experience the thrill of flight. Take jetpacks, for example. These contraptions use powerful jets of gas to propel the wearer upwards, essentially strapping a rocket to your back. While not exactly practical for everyday commutes, jetpacks give us a taste of personal flight. Then, there are wingsuits, those suits that mimic the aerodynamic design of flying squirrels. These suits allow the wearer to glide through the air, using their body to control direction and speed. It's about as close to real-life flying as we can get, experiencing the rush of air as you soar through the sky. But the quest for human flight doesn't stop there. Researchers are constantly exploring new technologies and materials that could one day make personal flight more accessible. We're talking about things like lightweight, super strong materials for building artificial wings, or even personal drones that could lift us into the air. Invisibility, the ultimate superpower, right? The ability to move unseen, undetected like a phantom in the night. It's a concept that has fascinated us for centuries, popping up in myths and legends across cultures. But how feasible is true invisibility from a scientific standpoint? To understand invisibility, we need to talk about light. We see objects because light bounces off of them and enters our eyes. So, to make something invisible, we need to find a way to prevent light from interacting with it at all. Sounds like a tall order, right? Well, one avenue of exploration lies in the fascinating world of metamaterials. These are artificially engineered materials with unique properties not found in nature. Scientists are experimenting with metamaterials that can actually bend light waves around an object, making it appear as if the object isn't even there. Imagine light as water flowing in a stream. Now, place a rock in the middle of that stream. The water is forced to flow around the rock, but you can still see that the rock is there. That's how light normally behaves around objects. Now, imagine if you could somehow get the water to flow seamlessly around the rock as if it wasn't even there. The rock would essentially be invisible to the water. That's what scientists are trying to achieve with metamaterials and light. While still in its early stages, research into metamaterials holds incredible promise for achieving a degree of invisibility. We're talking about potential applications in everything from stealth technology to creating more effective optical lenses. But true, perfect invisibility. The kind we see in science fiction movies, where a person can move undetected through a room full of people, that's a much bigger challenge. We're talking about manipulating light on a whole other level, accounting for all angles and wavelengths. Chapter 3. Superhuman Strength, Pushing the Limits of Human Potential. Superhuman strength, the ability to lift incredible weights, smash through walls, and perform feats of impossible power. It's a staple of superhero stories, capturing our imaginations with its raw might. But how much of that strength is actually attainable in the real world? To understand the potential for superhuman strength, we need to look at the amazing machine that is the human body. Our muscles are capable of incredible feats, but they are limited by factors like muscle fiber type, nerve impulses, and energy supply. Now imagine if we could enhance those limitations, tap into a hidden reserve of strength within us. That's where things get really interesting. We're talking about technologies like exoskeletons, wearable machines that augment human strength and endurance. Exoskeletons are essentially robotic suits that work in tandem with the wearer's movements, providing additional power and support. They're already being used in fields like manufacturing and healthcare, helping workers lift heavy objects and assisting people with mobility impairments. But the potential of exoskeletons goes far beyond these applications. Imagine firefighters equipped with exoskeletons that allow them to carry heavier equipment and rescue people trapped in dangerous situations. Or construction workers able to lift massive beams with ease, revolutionizing the way we build. Beyond exoskeletons, we're also venturing into the realm of genetic engineering. Scientists are exploring ways to manipulate genes related to muscle growth and repair, potentially unlocking new levels of human strength and endurance. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility, right? The ethical implications of such advancements are immense. If we unlock the potential for superhuman strength, how do we ensure it's used responsibly, ethically? These are questions we need to grapple with as we continue to push the boundaries of human potential. Chapter 4. Beam Me Up, Teleportation and the Mysteries of Quantum Entanglement. Teleportation, the ultimate form of travel, instantly transporting yourself from one location to another without having to deal with traffic jams or airport security lines. It's a staple of science fiction, but could it ever become a reality? To understand the mind-boggling concept of teleportation, we need to delve into the realm of quantum mechanics, a branch of physics that governs the behavior of matter at the atomic and subatomic level. And trust me, things get really weird, really fast. One of the most intriguing phenomena in quantum mechanics is quantum entanglement, where two particles become linked even if they are separated by vast distances. Imagine two coins flipped at the same time. You might expect one to land on heads and the other on tails, right? But in the quantum world, these two coins or particles are linked in a way that defies our classical understanding. If you measure one coin and find its heads, you instantly know the other coin is tails, no matter how far apart they are. It's as if they are communicating instantaneously across space. Now, how does this relate to teleportation? Well, some scientists believe that quantum entanglement could hold the key to transferring information, and potentially even matter, instantly from one location to another. Imagine creating an exact copy of yourself, or at least the information that makes you, at a distant location. Your original body would cease to exist, while your consciousness would seamlessly transfer to the new, teleported you. But here's where things get even more complicated. We're not just talking about teleporting physical matter, but also consciousness, thoughts, memories, the very essence of what makes you, you. And that, my friends, is a question that even the most brilliant minds are still grappling with. Chapter 5. Mind over Matter, Telekinesis and the Power of Brain-Computer Interfaces. Telekinesis. The ability to move objects with the power of your mind. It's perhaps the most fantastical of all superpowers, seemingly defying the laws of physics. But what if I told you that we're taking baby steps towards making some form of mind-over-matter control a reality? The key to unlocking this potential lies in the intricate workings of the human brain. Our brains are constantly sending electrical signals, controlling our thoughts, movements, and everything in between. What if we could harness those signals, translate them into commands to control external devices? That's the driving force behind the rapidly developing field of brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. Researchers are developing devices that can read and interpret brain activity, allowing people to control computers, prosthetic limbs, and even wheelchairs with their thoughts. Imagine a world where people with severe paralysis can regain their independence, controlling robotic limbs with their minds. Or imagine surgeons performing delicate procedures remotely, using BCIs to control robotic arms with incredible precision. While we're still in the early stages of BCI development, the potential applications are vast and awe-inspiring. But what about telekinesis, you ask? Could we ever reach a point where we can move objects with our minds alone, without any external devices? Well, that's where things get really tricky. Moving objects requires a physical force, a push or a pull, and while our brains generate electrical signals, those signals are incredibly weak, far too weak to directly influence objects in the macroscopic world. But who knows what the future holds? as we delve deeper into the mysteries of the brain and unlock the secrets of quantum mechanics. Perhaps one day, telekinesis will move from the realm of science fiction to scientific possibility. The Future of Superpowers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating content. From the physics of flight to the mysteries of quantum teleportation, we've explored some of the most mind-blowing possibilities of science and technology. While some superpowers may remain in the realm of science fiction, others are closer to reality than we might think. Let us know in the comments which superpower you'd love to have and why. And who knows, maybe one day science will make even the most fantastical abilities a part of our everyday lives.